Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is dedicated to class 6 history chapter number 1, that is the Mesopotamian civilization. In this video we will be discussing the important points or topics related to this chapter. So let's get started with today's video. Introduction. The early civilizations came up near the rivers. This was because of the following reasons. The rivers provided sufficient water to support large settlements. The land near the rivers was very fertile, so people could grow more crops. The rivers served as means of transport. The early river valley civilizations used bronze to make tools and implements, hence they were also called the Bronze Age civilizations. What is a civilization? The word civilization comes from the word civitas, which means city. A civilization has the following features. People live in towns and cities. Trade exists between far-flung areas. Written language exists which helps in the transfer of knowledge. Social and economic groups exist in the society. Some groups are more powerful than others. A government exists to maintain law and order. Different religious beliefs and art forms exist. Talking about specifically about the Mesopotamian civilization. Mesopotamia, the land between the Tigris and the Euphrates rivers, is called the cradle of civilization. It included the regions of Sumer, Akkad, Babylonia and Assyria. Sources. We get to know about the Mesopotamian civilization through archaeological sources such as the ziggurat at Ur, the seals, and also through literary sources such as the Epic of Gilgamesh. Origin. Around the 3rd millennium BCE, a civilization developed under the Sumerians. This was the world's first civilization. Mesopotamian cities. Many ancient cities such as Eridu, Kish, Uruk, Lagash and Ur have been excavated. Ur was the biggest city. At the same time, it was also a major port of trade. Ur, the biggest city of Mesopotamia, was divided into 3 parts: the sacred area, the walled city on a mound, and the outer town. The sacred area consisted of a tower called the ziggurat, on top of which was a temple dedicated to the patron god of the city. Offices and storehouses were also situated in the sacred area. Walled city on a mound and the outer town were the residential areas. Mud brick houses of different sizes have been found here. Each house consisted of a central courtyard with rooms around it. Social ladder of Mesopotamian civilization. The king and the royal family held the highest position in the society. The priests, high officials, and scribes writers were next in importance. Then came the farmers, artisans, and traders. The slaves were at the bottom of the social ladder. Families of Mesopotamian civilization. Boys were sent to school while girls learned cooking, spinning, and other household work. Some were taught to read and write at home. From this, we can conclude that women were not treated equal to men. Religion. The Mesopotamians worshipped the different forces of nature. They also worshipped many gods. Each city had its own god. A ziggurat was dedicated to the god by building a temple on top. The priests performed ceremonies in this temple. Excavated evidence suggests that the Mesopotamians believed in life after death. Many graves contained articles of daily use which the people believed that the dead would need in their afterlife. Occupations. Most people were farmers. They grew wheat, barley, corn, dates, fruits, and vegetables. Improved methods of irrigation led to an increase in crop production. Trade and commerce. People traded in many goods. The quality of goods was strictly supervised. Records of trade were written on clay tablets. The discovery of Mesopotamian seals in Indus cities and that of Indus seals in the cities of ancient Mesopotamia prove that trade existed between the two civilizations. Major achievements made by the Mesopotamians in the field of architecture. Stone was not easily available in Mesopotamia, so buildings and temples were made of baked bricks. Architectural forms such as the arch, column, dome, and vault were used in the buildings. The introduction of these architectural forms was one of the greatest contributions of the Mesopotamians. People built many ziggurats. They were many stories high and decorated with marble, tiles, and precious stones. Drains of baked bricks were built on the sides of the ziggurat. These drains carried rainwater away from the ziggurat. The hanging gardens of Babylon were one of the wonders of the ancient world. They were built by King Nebuchadnezzar for his wife because she missed the hilly landscape of her home. Major achievements made by the Mesopotamians in the field of science. The Mesopotamians excelled in mathematics and astronomy. As we count by tens, they counted by sixties. They also divided an hour into 60 minutes and a minute into 60 seconds. A year consisted of 12 months with 30 days in each month. Days and nights were divided into 12 hours each. Mesopotamians gave specific names to different stars and planets. They could also predict eclipses. Major achievements made by the Mesopotamians in the field of script. When people began to trade with each other, it became essential to record the details in writing. The Sumerians invented writing almost about 5,500 years ago. The Mesopotamian system of writing is known as cuneiform. The script was wedge-shaped. It was written from right to left with a pen made of reed or bone. All writing was on clay tablets. The tablets were then baked. Each tablet was like the page of a book. Many such tablets have survived. The most famous of these are the tales about the legendary hero Gilgamesh. Hammurabi's Code of Law. The earliest complete record of laws was found in Mesopotamia. A Babylonian king called Hammurabi 1792 to 1750 BCE compiled these laws. Hammurabi's code is carved on a huge stone slab. It lists 280 laws governing trade and commerce, family, civil and criminal disputes. It prescribes punishments depending on the severity of the offense, the circumstances of the offense, and the status of the offender. Decline. The Mesopotamian civilization was the earliest of the river valley civilizations. It lasted many millennia but ultimately fell into decline. However, the strides made by the Mesopotamians in architecture, sciences, and script have enriched the history of mankind. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching it till the end. If this video was helpful for you, then do give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and also don't forget to subscribe my channel. Bye bye and take care. I'll see you soon in my next video.